Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Alex. It's Wednesday night. Now, this YouTube video is actually going to be uploaded onto my sports channel. And this one's going to be the game prediction of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Chicago Bears. Now, to be honest with y'all, that's going to be a very competitive football game because the Chicago Bears ain't no walk in the park. You have to actually play football to actually beat that football team. You know, they have won some football games, surprisingly. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's actually going to be 50-50. I'm going to tell you why it's going to be 50-50. Because it's going to be defense versus defense. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers got one of the best defense. Their offense is going to get good. I give it towards the end of the season that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be able to have a strong offense and strong defense at the same time. But they're known for defense. And Tom Brady's got some offensive weapons, defensive weapons. He can still throw the football at his age. Amazingly, Tom Brady still can play at a high level in the NFL. So that's incredible. Now, for the Bucs to win this football game, they got to play. The game ain't for 1 quarter or for 2 quarters or for 3 quarters. The football game is for 4 quarters and 4 quarters. You got to play. In this case, he's going to have to throw the football, and we're going to see more flashes of Tom Brady from his days when he was with the Patriots. You know, you got his boy Gronkowski who can block, so that ain't going to be no problem. However, we got the Chicago Bears, and they're good at playing defense. Now, if the Buccaneers win, it's not just going to be a blowout. I don't expect the Buccaneers to just come in and just blow out the Chicago Bears. I expect that for 4 quarters, you're just going to get a smash mouth, in your face, highly competitive football game. It's going to be that competitive. It's going to be that over the top. If the Buccaneers win the football game, it's 50-50. I give the Buccaneers the edge, 34-31. Why? Because I believe the first half will be kind of like real tight. Nobody will score in the first 5-6 minutes. And when somebody does score, it could either be Chicago that scores first, or it could be Tampa Bay that scores first. So the first half could be a very tight game. It could be very boring in the first half. And in the second half is when all the action pick up and the game gets fun and exciting. So this is one of those matchups where I want to say Tampa Bay wins, and then Chicago could win, because you may never know. Chicago's been known to do bad the first half and then surprise you and win the second half of a football game and then win the football game, because the Chicago Bears, they've been known to do that in the NFL. And if Chicago does win, then the score will probably be 34-32. This is one of them football games where it might come down to a field goal kick or a touchdown. Now, I don't think this game's going to go into any overtime. This is one of those matchups that you don't expect. And it ain't going to be a walk in the park. So if Buccaneers can win, they probably going to have to win by a touchdown or a field goal. Because there is somebody on that team that actually can compete at the same level as Tom Brady. They do have a quarterback, and that quarterback can pretty much throw the football like Tom Brady and can play like Tom Brady. Not exactly on the same level of tier, but this will be like one of those, it's the younger quarterback versus the more experienced champion quarterback. So it'll probably be something like that. So it's going to go back and forth. And who I think win, I'm going to give the slight edge to the Buccaneers and say they're going to win 34-31, or we could look at a potential upset, 34-32, because it's going to be a competitive football game. It's not just going to be you just beat up the Chicago Bears and the Chicago Bears give up. It's going to be you're going to have to play 4 quarters and you're going to have to play defense. So the Chicago Bears can match the defense, and they happen to be good at offense too. So Tom Brady's going to have to throw the football and avoid getting sacked. You know, watch out for fumbles, interceptions. There are going to be a lot of timeouts being called in this game, unnecessary roughness, and you're going to see it go back and forth. But like I said, the first half might actually be a tight game. 5 minutes into the game, you don't know who's going to score. Chicago could score first or Tampa Bay. The second half is where the game gets actually more interesting. I actually could be wrong. It could be the first half that's very entertaining, and the second half could be boring. It all depends, but it's not going to be a walk in the park. So I give the Buccaneers the edge. Now, somebody might say, what if Chicago Bears win? Then what? If they win, I won't be surprised. Usually, if it's Sundays or Monday Night Football, I usually get the prediction correct. Thursday, this is a matchup, so I'll watch this game, and if the Bears win, I'm not gonna be surprised or shocked if they won. If Tampa Bay wins, I'm not gonna be shocked if they barely pull away from the score and they actually win. So that's pretty much the score I got. It's 50-50. If the Chicago Bears win, it'll be 34-32. If Buccaneers barely win, which they will, it'll probably be 34-31. If the Bears win, I'm not going to be surprised. If Tampa Bay barely win, again, I'm not going to be surprised. Till next time, peace.